down.
Jer to je od rođenja do uznešenja.
And that is from the time that she was born till she was assumed to heaven.
3 su bilježnice.
And I have 3 notebooks written
Sve je
about it.
spremno, samo ja čekam da nam dadne znak da se može objaviti.
Everything is ready, Vicka says, but I'm just waiting for her to give me a sign and permission to publish that. It is not a time yet.
Yes, I'm sure it must be beyond beautiful.
Ja već koliko god dođeš koji čekaju.
Vicka says, there are so many who are waiting for it.
Yes. You know, there's so little about Our Lady in the Holy Scripture. You know, and we all have our own ideas of Our Lady.
Ima tako malo Gospi u Bibliji napisano, kao i svi imamo nekakve svoje ideje kako bi to trebalo.
Pa ja sam prije isto imala nekako svoje ideje. Ali znaš šta, ovdje nema baš previše novih stvari, ali je toliko razjašnjeno, znaš, toliko je, ali samo njezin životopis, baš u originalu.
Yeah, Vicka says, like, you know, I was like wondering myself, but you know, there's, and she says there's not so many new things here, but everything is explained in such a good way. And she says, like, you know, that it's just beautiful.
No possibility of a preview.
Kaže da nema mogućnost da se vidi šta prije.
Što se mene tiče, nema problema, ali ja treba slušati.
Yeah, she says, I'm just waiting.
Tu ne mogu ništa
promijeniti. Our lady's permission, I can't change that.
Of course. I'm joking, but thank you. Vicka, what can you tell us about the secrets? You now have 9 secrets.
Šta nam možeš reći o tajnama? Ti sad imaš 9 tajni.
Ja imam 9 tajna.
I have a 9 secret.
Jedino, evo, malo prije što sam rekla o 3. tajni.
I was already talking about the 3rd secret earlier.
I o 7. tajni, da je Gospa rekla da je dopola ublažena našim molitvama.
And the only thing I can say that 7th secret was half reduced because of our prayers and sacrifices.
Ali traži da bi mi pojačali naše molitve, da bi ove ustale tajne koje dolaze da bi se mogli ublažiti.
But she's asking from us to increase our prayers in order to be able to change the other secrets.
I to je sve.
And that's all what I can say.
Okay, I respect that. I won't. My curiosity, like everybody else's.
You don't ask anything else.
This next question I have for you, the 3 of us, Jelka, your beautiful self, and myself, we already spoke about this many years ago. We were driving from Galway to Cork when you were visiting Ireland.
Yeah.
But I'd like to ask you this question again. I think a lot of people would like you to explain it. During a public apparition, Our Lady always blesses everybody present. But on a few occasions, she has given a special blessing for those who are far from God, and those who receive it in turn have the gift of conveying that blessing to others. Could you say a few words on that, Vicka?
Kaže, ovo sam već pričala davno kad smo se vozili od Galwaja tamo bili u Irskoj 74. Kad su velika ukazanja za sve, Gospa daje poseban blagoslov, ali često puta ljudi to shvataju kao da mogu taj blagoslov prenijeti drugima, tako da blagosivaju drugi. Šta nam ti možeš reći o tome?
Jer kad Gospa kaže dajem vam poseban blagoslov, da bi vi mogli taj blagoslov prenositi na druge. Ali Gospa ne traži da mi blagosivamo rukama, da molimo nad ljudima i tako, nego da mi svojim životom i svojim primjerom možemo svjedočiti njezinu ljubav i njezin blagoslov, da bi oni po nama vidjeli da mi stvarno živimo taj blagoslov i da nas vide drugčije, da bi ga mogli prenijeti na druge.
Yes, Vicka says that is right. Our Lady does give us her special blessing, but when she tells us that we can like pass on this blessing to the others, she does not mean that we need to go around and bless people or pray over people. What we need to do is that our way of life should be example how the others can recognize Our Lady's love and God's love in us, and by our living example that we are a blessing to the others in that way.
That's very good. Thank you, Vicka. That was beautiful. Vicka, for us mere mortals, not being visionaries, having received the great, extraordinary blessings that the visionaries have received, could you explain to us, or tell us in some detail, on one occasion, Our Lady took you to heaven, to see purgatory and to see hell.
Za nas obične smrtnike, kao koji živimo svakodnevni život koji nemamo tu radost i blagoslov da možemo vidjeti Gospu i to. Možeš nam, ti si doživjela tu posnu milost da si vidjela raj. Možeš nam prenijeti kako je to bilo?
Jer ja se uvijek trudim, bar onoliko koliko mi je dato, da mogu prenijeti. Sigurno ne sve, ali...
Yeah, because I'm trying to do my best to pass on to the others what I was given.
Jer sigurno puno vas zna da smo ja i Jakov bili kod njega kod kuće, došla je Gospa i kaže sad ćete poći sa mnom da vidite raj, paka i čistilište.
Then we heard and found out in some way that I was with Jakov once in his house and Our Lady came unexpectedly and she told us that she's going to take us to see heaven, hell and purgatory.
Jakov je tada rekao, ma draga Gospe, ti povedi Vicku, njima više braća i sestara, ja sam sam, jer oni misle odešmo, nećemo se više ni vratiti.
And Jakov, who was only 10 at that time, thought once when we were gone up there, we're not coming back. And he told Our Lady, why don't you take only Vicka, because she has more other brothers and sisters, and I'm the only child of my parents.
Bože, ja se u tom momentu mislim koliko ima ići dana, koliko sati, ili se iđe prema nebu ili prema zemlji.
In those moments, Vicka says, I was wondering, like, how many days are we going to travel? Are we going to go through the sky or through the ground?
I Gospa je tada uzela mene za desnu ruku, Jakova za lijevu i povela nas.
And Our Lady took my right and Jakov's left hand, and she took us with her.
Plafon je se otvorio toliko prostora samo da možemo proći.
And we were able to see ceiling opening, giving us just enough space to go through.
Nismo uspjeli ni trepnuti tokom, već smo došli u raj.
And we even couldn't wink, and we found ourselves in heaven.
Jedan veliki, beskonačni prostor.
And heaven is one huge, endless space.
Jedna svjetlost kao uopće ne postoji tu na zemlji.
And there is a special kind of light that does not exist on the earth at all.
I vidjeli smo ljudi obučeni su sive, u roze i žute haljine.
And they were able to see people dressed in pink, yellow and grey gowns.
Odaju, mole, pjevaju.
They're walking, praying and singing
Iznad
together.
mali anđeli kruže.
And there are small angels circling around.
Ali prije toga vidjeli smo isto ljude koji su u grupica, di mole, di pjevaju, di razgovaraju, ali ništa ne razumiješ, znaš, nije dano ti jezika. To je stvarno jedan posebni, baš nebeski jezik.
And Vicka says, and before then we were able to see people gathered in small groups. They were like praying and singing together, but we could not understand like what they were saying. That must be some heavenly language, Vicka says.
I Gospa kaže, vidite kako su presretne osobe koje se nalaze tu u raju. Ma jedna radost koja se ne može opisati riječima, koja ne postoji ovdje na
And
zemlji.
they were able to experience a special kind of joy. And Our Lady told them that like to look how, to have a good look how overjoyed are all those who are in heaven. There is a special kind of joy they couldn't experience on the earth at all.
Jer to je samo ono malo što se može opisati ovim siromašnim riječima,
But this
to je
is just a
sigurno
very poor
puno
description
ljepše.
of using ordinary human words. Everything is so much more beautiful.
Did you experience the presence of God, that you were so close to God when you were in heaven?
Osjetiti Božju prisutnost, da je Bog
To je nešto posebno, jedan čim si ulazio na vrata, odmah osjetiš nešto posebno, ko da se odvajaš od ovog dijela svijeta, tako da više nisi.
As you're entering heaven, you can see that you're kind of like separated
Koja razlika,
from the earthly life.
stranu i drugoj stranu nešto posebno, baš.
You're entering a special
Te
new
nešto
life.
samo znaš ovako unutra.
You have a feeling that something is just like pushing you
Ali
in
nije,
there.
vidiš,
And you
na
feel
primjer, tu su jedna velika vrata i ti ulaziš u vrata i koliko je drugčije dok si dolazio i kad ulaziš unutra.
And you can feel the difference how you feel before you entering this door and as you're just enter the door.
Yes, extraordinary. You didn't have to ask St. Peter to unlock the gate of heaven for you.
Ne smo ga vidjeli, on je bio na desnoj strani, ali nije ništa, Gospa je otvarala vrata.
Our Lady opened the door. They were able to see St. Peter, but like, you know,
You
he
saw
was
St.
Vidjeli
Peter.
smo ga, on je točno na desnoj
on
strani.
the right hand side of it.
Yes, yes. And Our Lady just opened the
Gospa
gate
je
and brought
otvorila
you
Our
vrata.
Lady just
Oh, beautiful. Oh, you're so blessed. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you. Yes. And then Our Lady took you to purgatory or to see purgatory?
Vi niste bili u čistilištu, nego ste ga samo vidjeli, jel tako?
Ne, mi smo bili ovako naprijed. Znaš, vidjeli smo ga.
They were able to see purgatory, yes, they were there.
Samo čistilištu smo bili naprijed. Ovako nismo odali.
Yeah, they didn't go through the purgatory, they just were standing at the front
Čistilište
looking
isto
at
na
it.
veliki prostor.
And it's also one huge space.
Sa očistilištu se ne vide ljudi, jedino se vidi tama sivo kao pepeo.